between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Adoree Jackson now to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
63.
Fritz comes out throwing. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down, Eagles.
Go Silver, ready? Hey! Out. Hey, easy, 63, bad.
Hurts on first down. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
He's in trouble, gets blocked out again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up third down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Now Hurts on third and long. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Cowboys scoop it up into the red zone. And they're going to take over with a first and goal here. Recover the fumble, and now a great chance to make their opponents pay. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out first and goal. Prescott, a quick throw, complete. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Play action. Hurts sends it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And their 4th sack of the game, Gronk, brings up 4th down.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offense look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Working quickly here.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Cowboys.
Now running here with Jaden Blue. Dropped by the 1st down. He met no gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Sweat today. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Has a man on target to Thornton. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown.
Entering settings screen, you have 28 options. Menu narration option is set to office selected.
The Cowboys Cowboys get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Eagles nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Headed out right. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Hurts now from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Oh, Kate. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Gets him on the end route. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on third and 1. Pass complete to Goddard. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Sends this to the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Eagles reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Thornton on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll get to work here, first and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
16 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
Shotgun snap, they give to Blue. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Looking quickly here.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That play good for 17 on a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. And the give, it's Blue. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. The 3rd down run with Blue. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line in.
It's coming, double up.
Hey, kill. Here we go to 54, line in. Here we go, 47. Split kick.
Dak to the air here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Line in. Here we go to 52. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Hey, 47.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's caught. He's got Lamb. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, 46.
Blue. Can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3. Offense in the hurry up here.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 3-yard line.
Here we go, 47.
Pulled in by Lamb, right side. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Offense up to the line fast.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Blue gets the handoff. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys take a 13-point lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14.
Eagles 7.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Trimmer. Hey.
A play fake now hurts to throw. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 10. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
A gain of 6.
Moving quickly, trying to get set. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles full game in the first half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. It's complete right side. And he's brought down at the line. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Brings up second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Cowboys with the lead here at AT&T. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 46. Done. Here we go, kill. 26.
Back now, pressure coming. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. It's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
26.
Up the middle, Blue. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, kill. 46. Sweat. Hey, kill. 26.
They do snap it. Here's Prescott. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Cowboys
On first down, it's Blue. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Working quickly here.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. 47.
RPO, the quick throw grab by Lamb. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And goes to the hurry up here.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Cowboys.
He'll start the drive with Blue. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Offensive line fast.
Tackled by Jordan Davis. 4 yards on the play.
Give on second here to Blue. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be third down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A gain of 2 on the play.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Needing 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott with a blitz coming. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He's got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Working quickly here.
Number 2 brings up second and goal.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Aubrey puts it through. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. Shoves him off. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
47. We're going to 54. One. Hey, count. Here we go. 46.
Prescott here from the gun. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hurl this one away.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Under. Hey, go, count. 26.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Prescott, a quick throw, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Go to 54. Here we go, 46. Hey, count.
Dak throwing again. Throw complete to Lamb. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
That's good for the Cowboys.
Give to Williams from the gun. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Offense in the hurry up here.
11 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
We're going to 54. Hey, 47. 26.
Dak now from the gun. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Go to 54.
Straight ahead with Williams. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, 26.
Now Blue. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. Offense in the hurry up here. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead.
Eagles 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Looking the sideline. That's Goddard. And he's going to be hit and sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the pistol, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
At the 46-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. And Davion Clowney on that stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
13 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down. A gain of 13 yards.
It's Hurts once again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. They go play fake with Hurts. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Hurts on 1st down. That throw behind his intended target. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So it'll be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. And he won't find anything here, and they're there to drop him for the sack on what's likely the final play of this 3rd quarter. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the defender comes away with it. Kicked off by Malik Hooker.
You knew it before this drive started, the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it. how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Gain of 40. That's good for the Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 40.
They'll run this with Blue. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside a field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Now it's Blue. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Everybody, get it. 47. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46.
This time it's a passing play. He rolls to his right. That one's complete over the middle. Nice gain there on 2nd down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. Third and 10. Have to find a way forward.
Go. Get out there. Slide in. Here we go, 47. 26.
To the air on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. Just gets the 1st and more. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
38. Eagles 14. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Now a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. quickly on the shotgun handoff. Just a yard on the play block, but thanks to the previous penalty, we've now got 2nd and 4.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Eagles hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 2nd and 3 now. Play action. Hurts has it. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6.
Eagles 20.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's Thornton on the return.
Thornton on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. He gets it. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Then we're going to 53. 26.
Going blue here. Ran into it all that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
At the 49-yard line.
Kill. Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. 40. 46.
They're going to pass it here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.